Hello to all of you. I know it's been a long time, but this is Patrick, and welcome back to this Minecraft Titanic interior tutorial. Today we will be going on about the forward section of B deck, and as you can see, it's a lot more than just regular old blocks. But anyways, let's just get right on into it. But before we do that, actually, I want to explain myself as to why the videos are so far apart. I don't really know how to let this on, but I fear denial from my parents. I mean, who doesn't though? And well, I just fear that they're not really going to approve of what I'm doing, and well, that's that. So I only film when they're not home for long periods of time because, well, as you can see from the other videos, this is going to be a long one too. Anyways, that's explaining myself. Now that summer's going to be here. By the way, happy summer to all of you that just got out of school. I will be doing this a whole lot more often, hopefully. Anyways, let's just get right on into it. Alright, so first we're going to need to sort out these windows, as you may have already noticed. They collide onto two blocks, but I'll explain that as we go along. So starting on the very forward wall of B deck, so there's the bridge, A deck, B deck. You're going to go into, and then a half a block is going to be white, and then the next half is going to be glass. You're going to want to use either chisels and bits or little tiles for this. I'll be using little tiles a lot more in the future because I've finally figured it out. Thank you to the guy who suggested it, by the way. You're awesome. Anyways, back to this. So you're going to want to go into and a half, and then glass, and then half glass, and then another half of concrete, or whatever white material you're using. Then you're going to want to go two again, and then a half, and then the same process with that window is just a half there, and then a half of white concrete, and then you're going to go one and a half, and then there's going to be half blank, and then another half blank, and then the concrete, and that's going to make your doorway, and that's going to go up to here. Alright, after that doorway, feel free to pause the video and do what you need to do. Anyways, continuing on. After the doorway, after this half one, you're going to go 1, 2, 3 and a half, and then a window, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then a window, and we're halfway across, over halfway now. And then 1, 2, 3, another doorway just like the other one, then 1 and a half, and then a window, and then 2 and a half and a window, and then a half, and then 2, and that gets you to the end of this wall. Alright, continuing on the side of this wall here, going from the front, and this is on both sides. You're gonna want to go in 1, 2, 3, 4 whole blocks, and then a window, 2, then a window, and then 2 and a window. You see it just right there. And then the rest is just wall. But on this wall, going in from whichever side is the outside on your side. Whichever is the outside on your side. Anyways, from the outside of the ship going in on this wall, and excluding this big section here of promenade, you're going to want to go in one and then a window, and then the rest is wall. So, just like that. And then the staircase, I decided to change it to be 1. we'll do staircases and such later on in the future, because I really don't want to go into detail about it right now, because I'm lazy. Not just kidding. I'm not lazy. Anyways, okay. Going inside now. This is the door to. Well, this is this door, and it's not that door. So just go in the right door, because I mean it is symmetrical, but it's very complicated. So on the inside of this door, you know you have that half slab there, and on the next block you're gonna have a half slab toward the door. Okay, so what I mean by that is just do so basically you see this this whole block here, you just put a half slab on there, and that's how it is. And then do a row of 3 going back just like that. And then you're gonna want to go in one. So for instance, you have this, and then just leave a 2-block gap there. I'll explain the doors later on whenever we get way up there. And you can see that this is the part where we're going to be going into a lot more detail, because you can see, let me get rid of this real quick. You can see the molding and the door frame there, and actually y'all might not be able to see, so apologies if you cannot see. I will fix that right now. There we go. And as always, I'm terribly sorry for the amount of lag, but that's just the size of my computer. Anyways, so by now you should have 3 this way, or 3 going back, then 1, 2, 3, then 3 going in. You're gonna want to have another half slab, and then a piece of door goes back on the second half of that half slab. See there, it makes sort of an L corner shape, and then see right there where the outline is. You may not be able to see it well, but on that half block, and this is on the inside of this cabinet. I know it's small, but it's accurate. You're gonna have on the outer half of this block looking out toward the side there. You're gonna have a half slab, half slab, half slab, and that should make 3. And then that should overall make the area of this room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you add the halves together. And that should make your window centered on there. Alright, that's that one done. And go ahead and do that on the other side, so you won't have to worry about it later. Because this ship was very symmetrical, and I love symmetrical things, and that is one of the reasons why I love this ship. Continuing on. Okay, back in the hallway here. We're going to go on this outside portion here. You've got this half slab, and then that's a half. Then there's a whole block, and then a half. And you can see that your door piece is there. What you're going to do is you're going to have a half slab, the wider portion looking forward, and you're going to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You're going to want to go in 8. Alright, I am already exhausting my voice, but it is my choice to do so. Alright, so you should have this row here, and that should basically create this room here, and you should have a 2-block gap here where the door piece is going to go. And that's the exact same on the other side. Go ahead and do that. This window should be centered in the room up here, and then this window here should be slightly off to the left. That's it, the left. Anyways, that's that cabin. Alright. On the edge of this hallway here, you're gonna want to put a half slab there. That's a whole block there. So on this block, you want a half slab on the outside toward you, and you're gonna want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and then just leave that other half portion there empty. Actually, you may already know what to do, so just go ahead and fill that in until it reaches the outside barrier of the block. Then leave a 2-block gap for the door. Then you want another 2 half slabs, and then I'll go into more detail about that in a minute. And then 2 blank for the door, and then another half slab. And that should get you to the corner here. Alright. When I started this tutorial, I never thought that I would have to go so far with it. But here we are. Alright, anyways. In the 2 half slabs between the door, you're going to want to fill in the rest of this block on the middle there. See? So you have the equivalent of 1 slab there and another there, including the door. And you're going to want to put a block right on the line, basically. And you're going to lead that up until this wall here. Alright. And yeah, go ahead and do that on the other side. So as I won't have to explain it. Because explaining stuff again is the pain in the rear end. Alright, so between this wall and this wall, there's going to be a 2-block gap, and then on this corner here, you're going to have a door, so just leave the 2 there. Excuse me. So you're going to go 2 in between there, and then going back toward the middle, you're going to have 1 half slab, and then a 2 blank, and then 2 half slabs, and then 2 blank, and then 1 half slab, and then the other portion will be filled in. And if you're just going to go ahead and count this as a half slab, go ahead. So this is going to be another half slab, and we're back in the more middle section now. You know what? Before we go any further, I'm going to go ahead and explain the windows, because doing these windows was a pain. It was a pain. Get it? No? Okay. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Alright. But this is the same on both sides, I do believe, because this ship is very symmetrical, as I explained earlier. Okay, so from this section of 4 here, because there's a window there, including that, you're going to want to skip that, and then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a window, 2, and then a window, 1, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, window, 1, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, window, 1, window, 1, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, window, 2, 3, no, 2.5, and then a window just like the front. And then a door there, and then a window just like the front there, and then a door, and then a window just like the front there, and then another window just like the previous, then another window just like the previous, 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 like the previous there, but you're going to want to have another block in between there. So we're now up to here, and there should be basically a 2-block gap there if you want to count the halves together. Then you're going to have a half there, and then 2, then a window, and then 2.5 and a window, and then 2, and then a half and 2 and a window. 2.5 and a window, a half and 2 and another half window, a half and then 2 and a window, 2.5 window, a half and 2 window, 2.5 window, a half and 2.5 window, a half and 2 window, 2.5 window, a half and 2 window, 2.5 window, a half and then 2.5 and a window and a half and a 2 and a window and 2.5 window, a half, 2 window, 2 half window, half, 2 half window, yeah, half window, and then a half and 1.5 window, 1 half, 1 half window, half, 1 half window, half, 2 half window. Excuse me. And then a half, 2 half window, half, 2 half window, half, 2, 3 half window, half, 1 half window, half, 2 half window, half, 2 half window, half window, half, 2 half window, half window, half window, half, 2 half window, half window, half window, half, 2 half window, half window, half window, half, 3 double door, and then 2, and then that should get you to your promenade. But on this promenade, you're going to want to skip this, and then this pillar, and then there's going to be a 2 gap there, because there's going to be a boarding door there. Alright, I hope that was clear enough, because I am not repeating it again. So go ahead and figure that out now. So going from the back, you should have 3 sets of 3, then a set of 2, and then 1, basically a set of 2, then 1, 2, 3, then a set of 4, no, then a set of 3 evenly spaced, then another set of 3, a set of 1.5, and then the rest you can figure out yourself. I'm not doing that. Golly. I did it again. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Go away, weird game noises. Alright, if I remember correctly, we just did this wall on the interior here. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you to just... Okay, so after this 2 space, you're gonna have a block, a block, 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 half, and basically 2 there. Actually, no, get rid of all that. And do excuse me for a minute. Alright, I'm back again. Thank you for your patience. Alright, from this corner here, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 half slabs and then a block, and you're going to want to build that block section all the way out in between these 2 windows here. Got that? Okay, let's move on. Next, you're going to have another half slab times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 5, and then going in you're going to have a regular half slab, and then a door frame, so leave 2, and then 2 half slabs, and then a door frame there, 2 half slabs, door frame, and then 3 half slabs, and that should get you 1 away from that window and then a half from that window, if my calculations are correct, and I do believe that they are. Alright, almost there. When I say almost there, we're not nearly there. Alright, so with this, so between the door frame here, you're gonna have the same thing like up there, and you're gonna, you're gonna wanna go ahead and build that up all the way forward until you get to be about here, and that should make that. Excuse me again, I'm sorry for all the interruptions. Alright, back again. I'm sorry for the interruption. Allergies are getting at me, so that's why there's so many interruptions. Yada yada yada. Okay, so what we're going to do here is the exact same of what you need to do here. So at the end of this hallway here, looking toward the inside on this wall, you're going to have, so you have your 2 block gap there for your door frame, which I'll explain later. You're going to have a half slab, and another half slab. Then you're going to want to fill that in the rest of the way to make an L shape for the entire block. And then there's going to be a 1 block gap between here and on that, excluding the one on the end, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. And that is the exact same on this side, except there's another half slab from the hallway there. Alright, I hope that made sense, because I'm not explaining it any further. Alright. 1. Okay, so what I do on this side is the exact same on that side. And then that is going to be the same as this. Wait. You know what? Actually, Actually, yeah. So, take your wooden axe, which you should have if you're using the world edit mod, and then click on this block here, then on this one here for your second, and yeah, copy from right here. Just copy it, don't flip it or anything. And then you see these two windows that are so close together here, that's excluding those two, it's 1, 2, 3 over is that pair. And you're just gonna wanna paste that there. If I can do it correctly. Yeah, that works. So yeah, just do that. Just paste that. Then, once I get finished explaining that, you can do the same exact process and then put in that there. And then I'll explain all this further in a minute. Alright. So, got that done. And you've got that done. Now to tackle this. Just mirror what you did over here on this wall looking forward, and do the exact same backwards for this wall. Alright, go ahead and do that, and then just like you did here, you're gonna do here going all the way to that row of blocks. Then exactly what we did here. Excuse me again. Alright, continuing what you did there is what you're gonna do here, but you're gonna mirror it. Meaning that you're gonna do the opposite because it's on the other side. Alright, I hope that made sense. So go ahead and copy that and paste it. Actually, yeah, copy it from this block here, and then paste it here. So there should be a 3 pair right over there, and then another one there, and then there's your window with your gap there. Do tell me in the comments if this is making sense or not, because I'm not entirely sure of it myself. But I'm doing the best that I can. And well, that's that. This sticky keys. And keep in mind that this is all going to be the same on the other side, but I already learned my lesson once. Don't copy, flip, and paste. Trust me, don't do it. It will flip every single block around. So you've got to do the other side manually. Sorry to do this to you, but for historical accuracy, you've got to do what you need to do. Alright, so you're going to have a half, continuing over here, on that 3 pair of windows, you're going to have a half, and then a hole, and then a half, and then your doorway is going to be a block in there. And you're going to want to row a half slabs on this block, going all the way here to the outside from this block here. This should all line up just perfectly. And then on the hallway here, you're going to want 2 half slabs and then 2 whole blocks going outward at the end there. And then you're going to have a little linen closet, I think it is there. And that should be about 3 in area if you do the 2 halves together. So you're going to have 2 block gap there. And for the door there, which I'll explain in a minute. And then on this block here, you're going to want 1, 2, 3 going out, or 3 going back, about like that. Then on the end there, you're going to want to go out in half slabs, out to the side. You're going to want 1, then 2 gap for the door, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 2 for the door, and then 3. So you're going to, so that should do that. And then from the outside, you're going to have that 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half is going to be there. And then you're going to want to do the same thing that you did there over here, and then go out just like we did here. Alright, that's the end of all that. Oh, and I didn't even do this part here. Hold on, excuse me while I do this real quick. There we go. Alright. Excuse me. So, you're going to have your same width the hallway as it's always been, and going outward, you're going to have a half slab, and then 2 blank for the door, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 half slabs, and then 2 blank for the door, and then 1, 2, 3, so it's basically this wall here mirrored. And then you're going to do the same thing that you did here, except it's just going to go all the way. So this is 1, 2, 3 and a half slabs back to back there. And then there's going to be a wall of half slabs there that should connect there. And on this wall, you're going to have that half of a half slab there. Excuse me. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 full slabs there. And that is one section, and that section is going to be copied over here onto this side because it is the exact same, but just the opposite way around. And now we're going to start with the middle section. So what you did up here, you're going to want to do the same there. And then this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 half slabs, skip 1, 1, 2, 3 and a half, and then skip a half and then another half, and then put a half there, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, and then a half. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and check that real quick. Yeah, that's 32. Alright, then you're going to want to skip 1 and then add another 1 and a half. Then you're going to want to skip half, and then a whole, and then a half. and you're gonna add another half there, and then you're gonna have 1, 2, 3 out there, and that is one long line, hopefully, and that should line up with this. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Alright. So, with this block here, you're gonna have a half slab there, and then one, and then another one. Okay. Let me reword this real quick. Whew. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 half slabs. About, yeah, 15 half slabs there. And then going back in, you're going to do the same thing that you did over here on the other side, right here. And then on the inside there, you're going to want to go 2, and then blank, and then 2, 3, 4, and then a blank, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and a blank, and then 2. And then you're going to go in 2, and then blank, and then the 2, and then on this block here, there should be further outward that way. There's going to be a half slab there, there, and then a half of a half slab there. And you're going to want to do the exact same thing, but mirror it on the other side. Alright, and that takes care of bathrooms. Yes, those are bathrooms. I think. Yeah, those are bathrooms. Alright. Now for this big long section here. From this side, the starboard side, you're gonna want to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half slabs, and that's gonna go ahead and place the 7 there. You're gonna have a 2 gap for the door, and then add a half slab, 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 and another half slab there, and that should line up there. Alright, now going in, or going back, or forward, excuse me. You're going to want to go in 1, and this is on the port side now. You want to go 1, add 1, and then add none, or just leave a blank there. And then add the hold on. Gonna add the 32 there, and then you're gonna add, going back in toward the middle, you're gonna have you're gonna have 6, and then leave 2 blank, and then you're gonna have 7. And then now on the port side once again, no, the starboard side, excuse me. After that half slab, you're gonna leave 2 blank, and then you're gonna add 32, and then that should lead to that wall there. And then from the end here, I want to go in that half, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on that first tab, you're going to want a wall all the way across. and you're going to want to add another wall all the way across. After that, half, and then the 2, and then 1, 2 and a half there. You're going to want to do that all the way across. And I do think that I explained that door there. Excuse me. So on this wall here, this is from the starboard side now, looking back. You're going to want to go in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that first half there. You're going to want a wall going back until it reaches this wall here and fill in that little bit there. And then we're going to go to the backward section, or the stern bound section up to here. And this is from the port side. Going to want to go in 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. And you're going to have a row of half slabs going back, just like that. That's that biggest section there. And you can see that I've punched out the holes to the funnel there. Alright, now for this section here. You should have a blank there and then a blank there. So in the middle you're going to have from the front, excluding the blank. Actually, yeah. Now you already know that there. So going in, and this is further toward the stern, you're going to have, if you've already placed down that half, you're going to want another half, and then 2, and then 2 blanks, and then 1, 2, 3 whole half slabs. Whew. And then a blank, and then 1 and a half and a half. Actually, leave those 2 blank because that's a door. And then you're going to want 3 more going out. And then on the starboard side, you're going to want, from that wall there, going forward, you're going to want 2, 3. You're going to want 3. Then, looking back on that wall that we just did, you're going to want a half slab, then another half, and then a half, 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 until it reaches the other side. Alright. And then where these doors are, I'm going from the port side. That first door that you come in contact with, after the 2 blank, you're gonna want right. Again, apologies. Right after the whole block section. Actually, click back onto the video if you're not watching it as we go along, because it's easier to see than explain in words. So after these 2 that are blank, you're gonna have a wall here, and then after that half, and then 3 holes, and then another half, you're gonna want a wall, and that should do it. And that's that little section down there. Alright, finally, almost done. We're in the end game. We're almost there. And then this section here is the exact same as this one, as the opposite on the other side. So from the hallway section there, we're going to want a half slab, and then another, and then another, and then 2 for a door, and then 1, 2, and then a whole block. And you're going to build that up all the way toward the front, and then just do the exact same on the other side, excluding the row of complete blocks on the other side. And that should give you something that looks about like this. The entire deck. Alright, now I'm going to explain these doors. And for the sake of just doing it, I'm going to take this. So, with this door thing here, on that half slab, you're going to want half of that block filled in completely, and then you're going to want 3 wide from the interior of the room. You're going to want to skip 3 bits, then you're going to add 3, and then you should have 2 on the outside there, and then just build up the 3 in the middle, 2 high, and then go across a block's worth, and then do the exact same on the other side. And that should give you something about like this. Just connect the 2 at the top and the bottom. And then molding and such will do at or baseboards or whatever you want to call it. We'll do that way later on. I'm just choosing to do it now for the sake of decoration. But if you want to go ahead and do it now, it is on the edge of the block. It's just 2 high all the way around, and that's that. So wherever there's 2 blank spots for a door, go ahead and go fill all of that in, and go ahead and fill that in here too, and there. So that should give you all of your door frames. And that's about it. I've already done a little bit of the grand staircase. I'll get into more detail about that later on, though. Been experimenting and doing other stuff, and well, that's half the reason as to why I haven't uploaded in a while. Anyways, that's it. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Give suggestions if you want to. If you've got a ship that I want that you want me to do, go ahead and put that in the comments down below, and I'll see if I can find some deck plans to do that once we're finished with this grand ship here. But that won't be for a while because well, I think you may be able to tell. It's very far into detail, and the videos are so far spaced apart. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this tutorial. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.